There we go. Hello everyone, welcome to another stream. We're working on a little game, literally, for JS13K, and I got distracted. I scheduled a stream and then got distracted again. So I want to continue there for a quick moment, see if I can get fixed what I was working on, and then we dive into more of the exact game. So yeah, what I was trying to figure out is a way to watch the HTML file. It's really annoying that it doesn't work. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to let ESBuild know. See, it does kind of work now. It runs twice, that's a bit weird. But is it every time I save the file? When I save the file, the thing triggers twice. Not sure what it's doing. Actually, I'm only interested in the index.html. Can I specify this all the way to the file level? What options does this have? Encoding reciprocal signal. What is signal? I don't care. And watch is... would this work? Still run twice. Well, I'd rather have it run twice than not. Oh yeah, I also updated some game design document type thing I had the AI work on. Basically, I wanted to write down what the goal of the game is going to be. So what I was thinking is that there would be you're in a house, so we need to define a bunch of rooms in the house, and you go from room to room. And let me grab some water in the meantime. And when you are in the room, you are attacked by mice, and you can shoot them, but they keep spawning. And when you get bitten by a mouse, so they get too close to you, you lose a life, and they run back to a mouse hole in the walls. So that's what you need to do. You can go up to a mouse hole, click it with your left controller, and then you block it off. So we need to design some planks or something we can put on top of it. And then I created, this will be the door. Very simple thing, just you can go through. And I had a bomb. Yes, I was not sure what I did. So this is cheese with some bomb timer thing. And this is in one of the rooms. You need to find it. You need to touch it with your controller for 5 or 10 seconds. And then you have disarmed the bomb and you have won. But in that 10 seconds, you can also be killed. And if you do not do this within, say, 10 minutes, the bomb explodes, you lose. That's the game. So we have a win situation, we have a lose situation. And that's something we need to implement. Now, I was looking in the documentation. I think a lot of things have changed in A-Frame. There's an OBB collider, and oriented bounded box, and that might be very useful for a lot of things. So I was just going to test it on a mouse. We don't need it on a mouse, but I have a couple of mice in the scene, so I was thinking of just adding them. And then there's the show colliders option. Yeah, I want to have them on all of them. Just wanted to see how they work. Okay. I think it said rebuilding, so now with a little luck. I don't think it actually triggered a rebuild. Well, it might. I don't see a bounding box, so it's either not working. Oh, I can probably see it in the inspector if they're there. OBB collider. Oh, wait. Now it shows. Oh, that show thing. Not sure what these settings do. I don't seem to do anything, but... Or it's just if I select the world... Oh, no, if I just don't see the colliders. Lol. When I select the world... Oh, no. I thought it also auto-select. When I select the world, I also have the blue bounding box. That's when you have it selected. It's not actually showing the colliders. Collision system is using... Yeah, there is. It just... Maybe this doesn't work on my mice. Or maybe the order is important, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. No. So there's technically a mesh in there. Let's quickly search a frame. Just wonder what it should look like. So I was hoping to see something like that. Because I need that for a couple of things. But I'm not sure. Yeah, so I think it just doesn't pick the size. Nope. Or don't we have the Elements. Yeah. I guess it just doesn't work. For me. And if I just add a random entity with a collider. Oh, apparently I closed the thing. No, there's no collider. I also don't see the entity that I just added. So I think this build is not working completely as expected. Unfortunately. Well, I don't think it works for me. That kind of sucks. I will figure it out because I need it. I literally do just this. And it is there, just not showing. Can I think of something else to try on this? Let's just double check. Size is defined differently. Oh no, that's a scale. Size is over here. Oh, the box collider. I removed it. So I don't want to spend too long on this issue. I mean, as long as they don't run around, there is absolutely no use for either having colliders. I was just hoping to see some random boxes show up. Don't have any errors or something? No. It sucks. I'll figure it out later. This is the room. Let's remove the colliders. Oh, there was a short key to do this. I forgot it. Okay. Doesn't automatically refresh when you edit the HTML, but I think it at least copies it over. Then I want to test something else. I added the bomb and the door, so I want to place them. Let's see, this is the chair, so let's do the bomb as well. Just want to see them. I need to move up a little bit. Let's move it a little bit out of the way, and let's see if it's there. It's a bit harder to see, so we need to make sure it's in the light, but now this probably will be a separate entity in the game, but yeah, we have to drive the user, the player, to it with a light or something. And then I was wondering what would happen if I would do something like this. Door, I think 1 is the bottom part and this is the top part. That's 1 up. And then we do, is it 9, 1? Yes, but 9, 1 is it's actually rotated. I don't know. Should this be 0 maybe? It's on the wrong side. Oh yeah, if it's on 0 we need to rotate it. But I wonder if there's nothing there, it does not render anything. Yeah. So we need to somehow remove these tiles. How can we do that? I can add a special color that we remove. Or I need to skip those. So if x equals 4, no, not equals 4, you render this. Is this how we can do it? Oh. Well, technically we can. Ah. So I kind of rotated the orientation is a bit wrong of my door. This then. The page gets stuck. Wait a second. Did it break? Oh, darn it. I have this very, very, very strange issue. I'm working on an SSD, and sometimes it gets stuck. And there's nothing I can do. I just have to wait. So let's see here for a second. So this was the cheese bomb. Did I add anything else? Yes, I added a ceiling, I think, yesterday. Oh, wait. Ah, darn it. Now this is stuck too. So I don't know how to get it unstuck. It just takes a minute. And then eventually it gets unstuck. Or we just lose the stream and my computer crashes and we're done. I never had it on a stream. It just happens once or twice every couple of days. Normally it's a signal that I need to take a break, but when streaming for 20 minutes, I don't think it's the right moment to take a break. As you can see, it's not just Visual Studio, it's even opening files. This is stuck now. If I would interact with this seems to work. Probably because it's in cache or something. Anyway, did I do anything else? Oh, there we go. It fixed itself. See? And now I can just save again. It's probably open. So this is a ceiling. Just a square. But in the game... I closed it, but I can reopen it. In the game, it adds a... well, tile grid. I thought... I think it didn't save. No. There we go. So technically this could be a door. Now let's do something bold and do... is it X to 20? Double the... which way did it go? Oh, it went never. Or did it just not refresh? No. I think my voxel engine world just didn't go far enough. Oh, that's interesting. Now we lose the top. And we went all the way in the wrong direction. But it's good to know what the directions are. Is that the other side? Oh. Yeah. So you cannot really go outside of... so this can... the voxel engine is very, very limited. Of course. And I have limited a lot more. So one issue there is... so we need to put it on the other wall. The door. That's just... I cannot go negative. I don't have negative numbers in the voxel engine. So we do this and now it's not... so it's now it's 9.1. Or actually 9125, I think. Evagupta, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, we're off by 1. Which makes sense. So now we do not have that rotation. So we just need to rotate it, unrotate it. And the doorway is 1 off. So it actually is 9. Oh, yeah, I think I might know what happened there. So the reason I had that 1 is that the mouse holes are actually 2 voxels thick. Which is something I need to keep in mind. Maybe I should make them 1, just 1 thick, just make them black. So if we open the walls, see there are 2 thick. Oh, I designed a second wall. Designed a second wall. So maybe we should make these 1 thick too. Removes a little bit of depth. Or we should make the walls 2 thick too. But that means the doorway must become 2 voxels thick also. Otherwise you can see between the walls. Would that really matter? I don't think so. Because this is the door. And as you can see, there is a 0. And this is the bottom frame. So if we make it 2 thick, we'll just get 2 more 1s in this line. And that's that. And we get 2 more 1s in this, and a couple of 2s. I think in this one. For the top. The strings won't get any longer if we just add more. As long as the pattern doesn't change. So the bomb is actually pretty long. This is the longest I had until now. But that's just because there's... yeah. It's just a lot of random patterns because I wanted to have a hole. Last time you made a VR website was also using A-frame. Nice. Yeah, for me it's a while that I used A-frame. I normally use Wonderland engine. But that doesn't run in 30 kilobytes. So I made my first VR WebXR, and actually VR stuff that runs on a headset in A-frame. Actually, it was for JS13K. Many years ago. I also did VR. We called it VR, but it was not really VR. Because you didn't have a headset. It was basically, we created 3 shooters, but without the shooting. So I worked at a company that did designs, visualizations of changes to buildings and stuff, and train stations, and bridges and tunnels, which was pretty cool. And those 3D worlds you could walk through were, we call them VR. But that was way before Oculus came with a reasonable headset. Yeah. It was actually over 20 years ago. Okay, don't wanna... yeah, but I think we might just double the walls. If we double them exactly, it won't make any difference. if we double them exactly. And it's pretty easy to do as well, to double them. Would it matter for these if we double? No. So we can just go in here and with this tool you can extract. I thought you could extract. There we go. Oop. So now we have double voxel walls, which means all walls will be the same size. We need to keep in mind if we're going to place furniture that we keep it away from the walls, but we also now, let's just pick another thing here. Go to the tools folder and run our command. Oh, I didn't run it here. So I thought I used to be able to just copy things from the history of the console, just stayed in there. It's mpx ts node. It's parse voxel ts, and in this case it's walls, I think. I made a mess. Well, I made a mess of this. But oh no! Now we have the second wall too. I did not parse that yet. So this parser is something I built in the one of the first. Oh, now we have the different wall. Actually, do we need to have this doubled? Well, maybe not. It kind of looks neat. Oh. No, we're not doing well on the engine. Sorry. David, welcome. How are you doing today? So we need to do, and why not? No, why lower than 2? Save. So now we should have. Oh no. Ooh. No. Darn it. I want to render the. I need to think. This should render when X is not 4. That's the place where the door is. Unless. Or X equals 4 and here. And Y is 2. No, X equals 2 and equals like this maybe. Yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, the mouse grew. Mega mouse. Probably big all the time. Too bad this doesn't trigger the auto refresh. Did I miss something in my build? Is there a special thing? No, it does trigger a rebuild. But it doesn't trigger a refresh. That's weird. Because it should just work. Ah, well. At least, cool, so now we have a second room. So let's just go and hardcode this room too. And then we see if we can transform it into something a little bit less, well, codey. So the Z is 10, changed to 10, so we need to do plus 10. Oh, but we need to flip the door. And we do wall 2. I think. And we need to move this to here. So then we skip that one and we have the door already there. We just need to probably double it and move it to 10 and do a 180. No, 180. There. So now we have a door. It's a double doorway thing. Nice. I think we need to take a look at this from a cat perspective. Inspect devices. Let's hope this is going to work with me today. It is. So we can easily switch to VR. Let me quickly check if that is working now. No, yeah, it is. Cool. So the VR headset is already streaming. So let me quickly go there and check it out. I lost the window. There we go. Local host. The chair is a bit in the way, but we are at cat level in the house. Is it showing? It is. So we have the little mice. They're not running around. I have a feeling it's getting laggy. Which I hope it's not. And we can go to the second room, which is still a bit dark, but... And this is the bomb. So we need to touch it or something and then... So going to try something real quick. Hey Nick, welcome. No, it's not the stream. It's the I didn't drop a frame, I think. No, 0 frames dropped. It's getting too laggy. The stupid thing is, I think it's just one draw call. Oh no, it's not one draw call anymore. Oh, I added shadows and stuff. But it's getting heavy. Stats, yes. So on desktop, it's running fine at 60 FPS. We do have a lot of triangles, but I'm used to having a lot. So I'm experimenting a little bit with porting the first scene of Have Like Alex to WebXR. And that has millions of triangles and it renders fine. So I don't really think this should be an issue. Although, no, I mean this one, and I think I have a profiler. It's the raycast. Well, that's easy to fix then. We have a gun ray, show line true. I think this is just running all the time. But we only need it when we shoot, right? So... is there an easy way to just disable it and then only enable it? Intersection tests are performed at most once per frame. Check intersections. Raycast 1 and 2. Do we have 2 rays still? No, this one is disabled. I have 2. Yeah, I don't think that we can reduce the triangles. I mean, that's the whole thing. Technically, we can start reducing back faces. But if you look inside the wall, there are no cubes inside the wall. You don't see anything here. That's already reduced. If this draws a voxel, it draws it per quad. So ideally, if we have a flat wall like this in Minecraft, for example, this is a texture that is tiled, and if it's just one texture, you can just create one single phase from this. So when you build a voxel engine, you would use texels, but these are all voxels. And they're not hardware accelerated, so we might run into issues there. But I was looking into the raycaster. We can really reduce the far distance. But I just want to turn it off. Auto refresh, that's it. And I wonder if I can just call a refresh methods get intersection, give an entity. Oh, the stream paused on your end. Huh. Sorry. Oh, then I don't. It was not my fault. Well, it can be sometimes if my bitrate is too high. I've seen videos where the bitrate was just too high or something. I don't know, and I just my internet could not keep up. Auto refresh. If we set auto refresh to false. Doesn't even make sense here. We're just checking nothing. Now we profile again. And we'll just move around a bit. Stop. Yeah, now we have some more. There's still a raycast. But now there's only one raycast. I wonder what is raycasting? Can I figure that out? Render R. It's up. Did I do something weird here? No, in shoot. No, this is not even running. I really wonder what is causing that ray now. Shoot has a dependency on raycaster. But shoot is not here on this component. Shoot is one up. So maybe that adds a raycaster because it's not there. That will be my guess. Let's make sure we refresh. Yes. Now we have 60 mil. It's not the best, but well, there's still a raycast. What is doing a raycast? Intersections. I mean, this is not something I'm doing. That's the weird thing. R. Maybe if I set a breakpoint at some weird place. So if we just go to, well, check intersections maybe. Check intersections. If I set a breakpoint here. Now we should have a call stack. Request animation frame. Darn it. I can't imagine it would just randomly do raycast. Just check intersections. Or is it something? I mean, it's actually this raycaster. Entity ray gun. In the local scope. Oh, maybe it's because the show line. Because if it needs to render the line, it needs to show a... The line stops at the end. So maybe it's just because of a debugging. Nope. Let's check if it actually removed it. Okay, I'm going to completely remove the raycaster from here. Let's do there in the comments so we don't lose whatever we had. Raycaster is not on there anymore. They're now gone. So it just tells me when tells me it's me, not them. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It should not be A-frame. Now I know that A-frame is very easy to use, very simple to get in. If you want to get your first VR thing up and running, go with A-frame. It's so easy to get things up and running. I wonder if this now also fixes the issue on the Quest. Also, what's happening here? Oh, that's just a screenshot. Also, taking the screenshot takes a little bit of time. See, all the every screenshot is a little bump here, I think. But yeah, in the past, a long time ago, I gave courses live for people sometimes, and back then I used A-frame. Those were people with no development experience, and you could get them up and running and get something running in VR with just a few basic things. And that's what A-frame is really good at. But I noticed with a lot of games, yeah, just having things like we just removed, that raycast, that is so heavy to do, apparently. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, so we need to maybe just do a raycast that goes off once and then not anymore or something. I don't know how we're going to do that. Maybe we should have set enable to false too. That might have... Enabled false. Let's just try this, because I really want to have the raycaster in there. It's not there, it's here. But if scenes get more and more heavy, A-frame wasn't keeping up for me and just had too much issues with performance. You can go down and go into 3GS, but then it would be better to just use 3GS. And up until I really got into Wonderland Engine about 5 or 6 years ago, I was doing A-frame and going all over the place. Babylon. I've done Play Canvas. Let's check here. To refresh for a second. Refresh. This is doing fine. We probably don't see the counter here. Yeah, now it's just smooth as butter. Nice. Although I cannot shoot the mice anymore, but... I'm not sure if we keep up with the 90 frames a second, but... it's close. Oh, by the way, this was with the raycaster disabled. I don't know how we how we can do the ray cast for 1 frame. But it should be possible. This is objects behind. Local array. Yeah. Customizing the line. Red line opacity. Maybe we can make it. Maybe we should use that. Just oh wait, we. I need to get Rosie back. I'm slowly working on that. You should be able to see the live stream and see the chat. I set some things up so she can have access to the chat. She can show up in the chat. Will be fun if it works, but I don't have a lot of time to do both this and work and family. So yeah, we just have to figure. I have to read into this outside of the stream. I'm not going to do this right now. So we'll keep the Raycaster disabled and figure it out later. We were working on the world. So can we come up with something that would let us define more rooms and have them generate in less code? I mean, I can add the floor and the ceiling to the loop. The great thing about having the mouse holes in... Oh, no, that's not true. The mouse holes are still one in. Does the voxel engine have a way to remove... get index... No. So removing a voxel is tricky. Because things are added based on a quad. So I cannot remove it. If there is nothing there, if there's a voxel in the place, it gets replaced. But no, it cannot remove a voxel. That will be tricky because then it needs to update the sites and stuff. So when we're going to place the mouse holes, we need to do ifs like this on the walls too, which can be any wall. Let's consult our good friend AI for a moment. No, we're not going to do agent to ask. Right now I create 2 rooms with a fixed size. By just running a couple of for loops. Do you have any suggestions on how we can improve this and make it so that it would be easy to add more rooms? Yeah. And then we fix it later. I'll refactor your room in a small reusable system. Blah, blah, blah. Why this helps? Yeah. Types are all fine. We'll remove that later. Build room. Yeah, I think we cannot get past a function like this. A monstrosity. And there are all kinds of safety checks, which we will remove. Who needs safety checks in a game jam? We only have 13 kilobytes. No, this doesn't make any sense. This is so unoptimized. Even Zip will laugh at me if I do it like this. We can fix the height to 3. I don't think we want rooms. It will be nice though. Darn, if we can make rooms that are taller. It will be nice. See, this doesn't make any sense. Also, what are contents? Where did that come from, contents? Are those the... I cannot scroll to the end. Huh. Yeah, but we're just going to use constants for that instead of the hard-coded things, but I think we can work with this. I'm not going to have AI implement this, but we're going to work through this. I think that might just work. I mean, if we have something like these room definitions, we can completely optimize it back to a string like this. We'll just say the first number is the X. The second number, we split them by commas. I don't care. And then we just go 3 numbers, another 3 numbers. This is 1 number, this is 1 number, this is 1 number. Then we have doors. So this would be different doors. And content is something we do later. We basically need side rotation. Why does it need the side rotation to go to so we can have a string? I mean, this enum is replaced with a number. So it's like here. Where is it used then? Is it used? I'm skipping this. This doesn't make any sense. These types are fine. Vec3. I think I'm going to. We're just going to work from here. We're just going to work from here. So vec3 doesn't make any sense. This will just be an array. I like that suggestion. Type vec3 is 3 numbers. Now we can use vec3 and it will be just an array of 3 numbers. This is going to be size and it's also going to be a vec3. This is going to be a number. I think. Although floor model now is just a constant. We can just move these to the global scope. Right? And then we can just make it a string and just say walls 1. Yeah. We just reuse the... wait. No. I think... I'm going to test something real quickly. I need to get past the tree shaking of it, but... we'll figure something out. So let's go into... No. Where can we pass it in? So here it's using walls 2, right? I'm just wondering something. It should be in the JavaScript too. So now it's a var. Oh, it's referencing that. Oh, that. I'm glad it's referencing that. Okay. Now if we just select a piece like this. Yes. Now build. No, well, build production. 33%. That's fine. Now do a search. So this is the floor. So yeah, we get some weird stuff going on here. But it's only used once. I was a little bit afraid because I used a constant that it would replace that string in every place that constant was used. But luckily it's more intelligent. I am wondering if I should replace, for example, this with a number, because a lot of it's a very common pattern. But we can have a max of 16 colors, so then I should replace it with like G or something. The first letter outside of the 16. And then we can have the rest of the alphabet to define hard-coded patterns that we might be able to optimize. Like this is just an empty row. And every model that has an empty row has that in there, I think. Or an empty column it's probably. Oh, but we can, yeah. I was afraid these cons would be, become an issue. But we can just reference these as string. Do we have one room with different walls? For now, I would just say no. We can have multiple doors. And we don't have contents. Although, no, that's not true. We do need contents. The bombs are different. Right now we have a chair. But we can have way more. We will have way more. I mean, we are at 33% now. Well, it's not really a game, but the models do not take up that much space. I think a little sprite sheet takes up way more space than these models. I'm pretty happy with them. Okay, so this is the thing. Now we're going to copy this. Now we have errors because I removed that room. Let's close this for a second. Make a little bit more room to work. So side rotation north. This will be rotation none. South will be no, not rotation none. Then west will be clockwise, I think, and this will be clockwise 90. Okay, what errors do we have? Yes. Yeah, I don't want these checks. Doesn't make any sense. Same here. Stuff might be replaced. We might be improved. There we go. So that's that. Now we need to copy that room definition. Which is going to give errors because it's not correct. It's also, oh, it is defined. Width isn't in there anymore, right? Yes. Almost ready to ship. So we're just going to do a quick update here. Size 939. Yes. Floor model. Floor. That is correct. Let's just keep this in here. Chair and bomb. And this position is going to be this and that. Yes. Now I am probably going to remove these, although, oh, that's hard. No, I need to have these values. I hope the zip can optimize them for me. These can go. This will be floor. Ceiling and walls 1, that's fine. There's a door. Why are there 2 doors here? 9 and 10. We'll see. Okay. No errors. Okay. Now we need to call this. Compute the engine bounds from the rooms. That would be nice. But we can't just hard code it. I'm going to skip that for. I'm just going to copy it. And then not use it. Just in case I need it so that I don't have to look at the editor again. Build all rooms. Oh yeah. Build all rooms. So that's actually removing all of this. We say build all rooms. Save. And I think that's that. Okay, let's see if it runs. Of course it does. And we're done. Perfect. We don't have errors, so that's at least something. Ship it. Oh, that was the old ship it. Well, this is the ship it. This is what happens if you don't defuse the bomb in time. I really wonder where it goes wrong. Okay, just... We're going to fix the floors first. I mean, this is not a 10 by 10 floor. Wait a second. 9. I think it could be that it's just changing in the wrong direction. Is it centering too? Is it trying to be clever? I don't think it's trying to be clever. It's only doing 4. Height is the final parameter. The parameters are messed up. Yeah, so technically, normally you would do it like this. Which is kind of weird. But this makes more sense. So this wall index is wrong. There's a brick wall here. Where did they put the doors? Do we have doors? I think every wall is rotated wrong. That's also something that is... is it auto-refreshing? Why isn't it auto-refreshing? Could be that my little change to the... wait, we're going to try something. If this works, that would be really funny and really cool. There is a simple browser here where you can open a URL. So now we have the game running. I'm going to hide the stats for a second. Does it auto refresh? Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, here. The auto refresh is broken. I think it might be my doing with my build stuff. I'm going to remove that real quick to test it out. I'm building a map. I'm not going to do procedural generation. Much of it auto reload. Can we just put it somewhere else? We can put it there. Can we? I want to have it in the corner here. Is that not possible? We can make it there. Ooh. My mouse got stuck for a second. Oh well. If I save this. Oh man, why doesn't the auto refresh work? If the auto refresh works, that's so nice to have. Did it work? So if we change the first one to... It did auto refresh, so that's not the wall we're looking at. Yeah. So we fixed that. It's weird because I was thinking and hoping. Oh, it did fix that wall. There's a gap there. So that's that wall. So then this one should be 90. That's the other side. Yes. Where's the room? Oh, there's the room. Okay. So these should be none, none, and 180. No. It should be none. No. Oh, wait. North, south. Oh. North wall, south wall. It was correct. It's this one and east, west, these two. How can... There... So there are some weird holes. I think these are rotated the wrong way. This one and this one. No, south was okay. It should be none. So it's all closed, but now everything and these two should be... Yeah. It's hard to tell, but the holes are holes. And yeah, you can see in between the walls now. Would it save a lot of mesh data if I would just fill the wall? Oh well. But we miss one wall in every direction. And I know it did the thing here. Wait. So let's quickly disable this one. Is it this one that is incorrect? Why are there random wall pieces? I mean, there's nothing added here. What? Why are there 2 wall pieces here? Damn it. It's a Friday book, yeah, probably. Okay, so we're going to go through this one wall at a time. Yeah, David, thank you for hanging out. Always a pleasure to have you in the chat. Have a great weekend. Oh, this is part of a doors. Ah. And the same goes probably for that walls that are missing. I probably want to place a door here. If we just not do the door thing for a second. Are the holes gone then? Yeah. Not that one. I think that's... Should this start at... Oh, that's not a number. Should it start at 9 then? Yeah. So the origin of the wall is the side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's interesting. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as well. That's because the size is 9. Although I kind of like to have a odd number for the size, because that would mean that we have a center of the room. X, Z, Y. Now the previous door placement was door 1 and 2 because the doors are 2 pieces. And I don't think the AI got that when it created the code. Let's first... Let's first add all the walls without the doors and then go in and add doors. What time is it? Oh, no, it's getting too late. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to finish this today. It's also weird now that the rooms of the door, these walls are flipped. I changed this from 10 to 9. It's actually quite interesting. So now the walls are correct, but there's a gap because I moved this over one. I think it has... two of the walls off too much. So that's the west and the east wall are off by 1. Which is kind of odd. Let's remove the door at. So this wall should actually be one closer. Would that be just -1 then? No, not on the Y. This gap is too large now. Yeah, because it should be 9. Which way is it? Yeah, so now they're together. And I think the same goes for this wall. That's the reason why there's a gap. So that will be the south wall? North wall. No more gaps. And yes, we have one tile outside, and that's because I made the floor no. The floor is the size of the room. Hmm. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Look at that. It's actually adding one more. Oh, there was a small little thingy. Okay, and now for the wall model I used here, I want to have wall 2. So then we have the wall and the other wall. Nice. Let's have one look at the door. So there should be a door in the northeast southwest wall. Maybe not the west wall, is it the east wall? Doesn't skip anything anymore. We need to check the door at Y2. Because door at if ly bigger than 3, bigger than 2. Now this door at code is messed up. Because this needs a Y now. What is D? Well, I need to add the stream here, unfortunately. Yeah. I just want to thank everybody for watching and hanging out tonight. Hopefully I can find the time to stream again tomorrow. To continue working on this game. Let me quickly uncomment all the issues because I want to check one more thing before we go. And that is the size of the game. Since this is a size limited game, I'm really curious what this whole room generation code actually did and if it's good. So, drum rolls. And we are at 35%. We have 8.5 kilobytes left. That's more than half. Yeah, well, yeah, of course. But that's it. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to know when I go live again. And with that, I want to thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.